Clint?
Oh, Bull, thanks for coming by.
You don't mind if I shut this door, do you? I'd hate to have your employees hear me yelling at you.
No, that's just fine, as long as they can hear my apology first.
What good is an apology right now? I'm supposed to be getting ready to get married. Instead, I'm standing here in my brother's office mad as hell because he screwed it up.
Hey, I can't undo that, Bull. I can't take back the fact that I messed up your rehearsal and I made you and Sarah angry.
Well, angry? Forget about angry. Her heart's broken, Clint. Mine's not doing too good either right now. The only reason I came by here is to listen to some sort of an explanation that you might have.
You know the explanation. It's Roger Gordon. Can't you get it through your head? He's out to destroy my marriage, Bull.
No, come on, I'm sorry. That won't wash. In fact, that's a lot of bull.
I don't know why this is so loose in the waist. Megan, have you lost weight?
I doubt it. If anything, I've gained a few pounds.
How? You eat less than a bird.
Not when I'm anxious and depressed.
I know the feeling.
Have you eaten anything since yesterday?
Hold still, darling. Sarah, your sister's the squirmiest actress in the studio.
I know. My mother used to go nuts trying to get her to stand still while she put a hem in. My mother used to say, "What? You got ants in your pants, young lady?"
Okay, take it off now. Let Tanya work on it.
Thank goodness. Now I can concentrate on you. Oh. You want my advice?
Yeah, sure. I'm open to about anything right now.
Well, grab Bo, run to that church, say your vows, and to hell with everyone else.
Yeah, I thought about it. In fact, we've even talked about it.
And, Sarah, the two of you are so in love. I can't believe you're going to let anyone stand in the way of your getting married. Now, is there something I don't know?
Well, my word process is getting lonely. My boss itchy. Time to go to work.
Oh, I am sick of selling shoes, looking at feet all day. So, Gabrielle, what are you doing today?
Packing for Statesville because no one will hire you.
Don't forget to send us a pretty picture pastel card when you get there.
Remember the old story, ladies, about glass houses.
What are you doing here?
If you're living here, you're not exactly angels or virgins, now are you? Now try to be a little more charitable to your fellow inmate.
If you want to order us around, you got to hire us first.
I'd make a terrific soap star, honey. Want to see me cry?
So what are you doing here?
My God, you let those two run you around. You're not going to last 2 hours in Statesville.
And how do you know that I'm going to Statesville?
It doesn't matter, because I'm not going to let you.
I guess the problem is I'm not willing to give up the idea of a spectacular wedding, you know, with smiling faces and teary eyes.
Okay.
and
Listen. I'll
reception.
get the cast and the crew to come over. We'll throw rice at you. We'll cry. We'll scream. We'll eat all your food.
Are you making fun of me?
No. I just think that you have your priorities mixed up. Forget about Dad and Clint. Concentrate on Bo.
Look, Bo's not going anywhere. We love each other so much. It doesn't matter when we get married. So we've just decided we're going to give Clint some time to get through his jealousy.
Or over his marriage. Then Viki can end up with Dad.
Megan.
I'm sorry. I am sick of the way that Clint is treating Viki. I think he either should just grow up or get out.
Look, I know that Clint has gone over the deep end, but I still love him.
Yes. I'll be right there. Oh, Megan, they need me on the floor. If I don't get an assistant soon, we're going to have a real crisis because I'm quitting. Can you stick around?
Yeah, no problem. We'll deal with this later.
Okay, look, you need to cry later, so pick a handkerchief that's going to match your dress. Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Now, I say that you go off and get married and you worry about this family stuff later. You never know what's going to happen in life. Don't take chances.
Excuse me, aren't you the woman who just backed down from your proposal to Max?
For completely different reasons.
Right, different reasons, but I think the point is still the same. Megan, you have to grab happiness before it's pulled away by life circumstances.
Max has already been pulled away, and not by circumstances, by Gabrielle Medina.
Wanda told you that I quit.
No, your sister did.
I made her promise not to come to you. Look, I can handle this, really, I can.
And what's that mean? You're not going to end up in Statesville tomorrow? That you've got some leads on a job?
Not exactly. I was planning on looking through the want ads again. I'm certain something will come through.
Oh, so then there's nothing for me to worry about. I can leave here confident that you are not going to end up in Statesville tomorrow.
Well, I can't promise that, but if you get on with your life, then I'll be able to get on with mine just fine.
You're such a lousy liar sometimes. It's a wonder you got away with so much.
Max, you're not allowed to sit there. It's against the rules.
Oh, don't worry about it. I charmed Yolanda in letting me have a little time to talk with you. I told her I had to talk about a problem with our adorable little son. Now, the only problem he has, as far as I can see, is he's not able to see enough of his mother.
Yeah, I don't like that either, but it looks like my fate is prison.
Oh, will you stop with the fate stuff? After all we've gone through, I'm not going to stand back and let you go to prison. Here, take a look at this list. It's a list of the employment agencies I got out of the paper.
What about them?
Well, they have a lot of job openings. I think you should check with them, register with them.
Max, I already have. And you know what? They all have the same problem. They're worried about their reputation. They don't want to send me out because my name and my looks immediately, everyone knows who I am, so they tell me that or they make up some other excuse.
You mean in this whole town, Wanda's the only one who'll give you a job?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. And apart from you and my wonderful son, all the other customers, they weren't that pleased to see me there.
Deborah said something about a reporter from the National Intruder caused a scene?
Yeah, I guess I do have a limit when it comes to humiliation. Let's face it, I'm the Wicked Witch of Landview. And I don't think you can do anything about that.
Well, as much as I hate to disappoint you, because I know how much you're looking forward to going to Statesville, I'm going to have to hire you. We need an assistant to our designer at Fraternity Row. Now, don't think it's not going to be punishment. The lady you're going to be working for is very demanding and very difficult, and you're going to be working for minimum wage. But it's a job, and it's going to keep you out of Statesville.
It was bull because you could have postponed that little confrontation for at least an hour or waited until after the wedding, but you didn't.
I couldn't. Bo, when I tell you that I get so nuts when I think about Roger Gordon, it scares me.
Well, it should scare you. Because if you keep going at this pace, you're going to alienate all of us. Hell, Clint, I hate this. Because we have always been so close. We always stood right beside one another. I've had so many fights with Sarah already, and they're all about you. Yeah, that's right. I even stuck up for you last night. A little. But in my gut, God.
Look, Bo, I can only tell you what I've already said. I'm sorry. I hope someday you and Sarah will forgive me.
It's just that she has come so far since Austin attacked her. This was as much a celebration of her coming back as it was us getting married. All she wanted to do was just have a lot of friendly, happy faces there. All the people that loved her. You know, the slightest hint of any violence, that's just too much for her right now.
Look, Bo, I want you to get yourself another best man.
Oh,
married.
come
No,
on.
no. I'm going out to Arizona, and I don't know if I'll be coming back.
What do you mean you don't know?
Well, because Viki and I are finished. You know, we're separated. I didn't just mess up your marriage rehearsal. I messed up my whole marriage.
Clint, God, I don't even know what to say.
No, well, there's nothing to say. We had it out in the church basement last night. It was very honest, very painful. She admitted that she cares for Roger Gordon. Oh, no, she said that she, you know, still cares for me and she wants the marriage to work, but she doesn't want to leave Landview. There's no way the marriage is going to work.
Why do you say that?
Why, Bo, I say that because if I stay here in Landview, the way I feel about Roger, I'll probably kill him.
No, come on.
No, you saw the way I went, I lost control yesterday. Hell, if I stay here in town, the next time I may snap altogether.
Yeah, but there's got to be some other way to handle this.
Oh, fine, yeah, sure. Roger Gordon could just pull stakes and leave Landview, but somehow I don't think he's going to do that.
No, why don't you just stay right here and you fight for Viki?
It's not up to me anymore, Bo. It's up to Viki. Besides, look at it this way. All I got to do is go out to Buchanan City, start rebuilding it, Do some physical labor, work 14, 16, 18 hours a day. Hell, I'll be so tired at night, I'll sleep like a baby. I'm not gonna have time to think about wife, kids, father, brother.
All right, come on, hey. Look, you know that if you ever need me, you call me, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I know. Meanwhile, right now, I want you to go ahead and get yourself married.
Well, we can't do that anytime soon. We already made that decision, but hey, who knows? This all may work out a lot quicker than you thought.
I like your optimism, but somehow I kind of doubt it. Look, why don't you get out of here? I gotta finish packing.
Well, what time's your plane leave? I'll drive you to the airport.
No. I'm gonna have Pa do that. Oh, by the way, you kind of look after him for me, will you? And yourself. And the rest of them.
Tina.
Hi. Listen, I wanted... Brenda.
Hi, Tina.
How are you and Stephen?
Fine.
And Michael?
He's fine. Are you here to talk to Miriam?
Yes. Yes, I am.
All right, well, then I'll leave you two alone. Excuse me.
No, please. Brenda, you don't have to go. Miriam, look, I just wanted to come by to tell you that I didn't get a job, so it looks like I'm going off to Statesville. And I wanted to just try to give it one last try and to try to explain to you why I really want to work here.
I can't hire you, Tina.
No, please just let me finish, all right? I just thought that maybe working here and helping children without families would help to make up for what I did to Brenda.
Well, Tina,
Look, and please, if you can just find some way to try to help me to do something good and to keep me out of prison, please.
Tina, if I could, I would probably say yes, but I...
Well, what is it? Is it money? Because you don't have to give me anything.
Tina, no. Miriam isn't in charge of the clinic anymore.
Why?
Because
Jimmy, one of the little boys here, went on an outing, and he came back with a black eye. And he wouldn't talk to us about it, but obviously he told someone that he had gotten the black eye here, and he said that Miriam had given it to him.
What?
he is a very troubled little boy, but to do this, I don't know. I could probably get the truth out of him if they would let me just talk to him. But they took Jimmy away, and I have got no access to him.
So we're cleaning everything out of here today, and that's why she's not able to hire you, Tina, okay?
Miriam, I can't believe this after everything you've done for the children.
Look, I am sure that my reputation will be restored after the investigation, but in the meantime, look, Tina, you will probably get a chance to work here after all. Another organization is coming in to run the clinic. Lord Love the Children, or LLC as it's called. Ambrose and Serena Wyman are the founders, and they'll be taking over today.
What did Gabrielle do now?
Oh, Gabrielle is helpless. Once again, she sent Deborah over to Max's place last night to inform him that she was without a job, no one would hire her, and if she didn't get a job soon, she'd be in Statesville tomorrow.
So what is Max supposed to do?
Well, Max can't do anything. I mean, he can't hire her. I mean, that's what the judge said. He said that she couldn't get employment from any of her friends, so I'm sure that Max will just find one of his colleagues and beg them to hire her. The point is,
you don't think it's ever going to end, right? Even though Max said to Gabrielle that he is with you, Megan.
Ah, this is ridiculous. So much for that little lecture to her, right? Listen, forget about me. What are we going to do about you?
Now, look, Bo and I are going to work something, all right? I think the problem that needs tending to here is yours. Now, I suppose we could always hope that Gabrielle gets sent off to Statesville.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? That would give Max a daily heart attack worrying about her. No, I want her here in Landview, safe and sound. Besides the fact that I love Al. Al loves his mother. It would make me very sad to think that he wasn't going to be able to see her.
So I guess all you can do is be more patient. I mean, do you think you can act like it doesn't bother you?
Well, it was pretty obvious to Max last night that I was angry, and, well, he was pretty upset, too. Well, I'm just going to have to learn to ignore it whenever he helps her out. In the meantime, I suppose I'm just going to have to lock him in my dressing room for the whole afternoon, put on something kind of spiffy, and remind him that he should be concentrating on me.
Well, at least you know that 10 hours a day, he's certainly going to be concentrating on you.
Yes. This place is my sanctuary from Gabrielle.
I am very grateful to you, but I can't take the job with the soap opera.
You really want to go to Statesville?
No, of course not. But Judge Collin wouldn't allow it anyway.
It's all set up with the personnel department at WVLE. Wilma said if anyone asks, you heard about the job and you applied for it through her.
I'm very confused.
About what?
You said we should go our separate ways, that there was no future. Well, I'm trying the hardest way I know how to do that.
Look, I was hoping you'd be able to find a job that wasn't connected to me. And you've been trying, but you haven't found one. You need the job.
To be honest with you, I'm not sure how well I could handle it, Max, working with you every day.
Look, the costume department at WVLE, it's in the basement, 2 small rooms. Tanya's gonna have you working so hard you'd be chained to the ironing board and lashed to the sewing machine. It's not like we're gonna be running into each other all the time. We'll hardly see you at all. So why don't you finish up what you have to do here? We'll get to the studio and we'll have you gainfully employed by noon.
I really do appreciate it, but I can't take your offer.
Why do I know of them?
You might have heard of LLC because they've had a lot of publicity lately and they've won some awards.
What kind of organization could it be if they're trying to take this clinic away from Miriam?
No, Tina, they are helping by doing this. Otherwise, we would just have to close down. Now, about a month or so ago, Ambrose called me and said that he wanted a base in or near Philadelphia and that he wanted a larger facility.
So the police called, and Miriam, of course, calls LLC immediately.
Well, what's going to happen when you get the whole thing straightened out?
We'll figure something out, Tina. In the meantime, I've got some very pressing problems.
Oh,
Ambrose.
here you are, Miriam.
Oh, Miriam, this is such a tragedy. It just kills me that the police could believe for a single moment that a good woman such as you doing God's work on earth could ever strike a child.
No, we cannot blame the police. I want them to listen when a child says an adult has hurt him.
I hope you have a good lawyer lined up.
I believe so.
Are these lovely ladies in your departing staff?
This is Brenda McGillis, a friend and volunteer.
Hi, it's nice to meet you both.
And Tina Roberts, well, actually, Tina's looking for a job caring for the kids.
Really?
Yeah, I would really like to work here.
Well, we do have a few openings. You mind waiting around for a bit?
No, thanks. I'll wait all day.
Miriam, Ambrose and I want you to know that as soon as this terrible lie is straightened out, we want you back here with us.
Indeed. You are the heart of this clinic, Miriam. Lord love the children will always have a place for you.
Thank you. Let me just go and say goodbye to my kids. And, please call me. We'll speak on the phone. If you have any questions, please call me.
You can call me as well. My phone number's on the desk there, okay?
The Lord picked a more faithful servant, Miriam. I don't know her name. Well, God be with you. Don't waver in your faith. You will be found innocent.
You just take care of my kids.
I'll walk you out.
Oh, take care. Excuse me.
Your name again was,
Tina Roberts.
I know we've never met, but that rings a bell. And your face is familiar. Can you explain that, my child?
I guess I'll have to. No, I haven't talked to Viki, but I'm going to call her this afternoon.
Okay.
Look, what time's it? Shoot. I've got to go. I'm supposed to meet Beau at the Landview Grand. We have to cancel our honeymoon arrangements.
I still think that you should go for it and tell us all about it after the fact.
Okay, how about this? If we decide to just go for it, I still want you to stand up for me, so you will know before the fact. Goodbye.
Okay. Of course, I'm not going anywhere. I mean, Max still has a lot of production work to do. We certainly haven't planned a vacation together or anything because we can't go too far from Gabrielle and Medina.
You just get all that jealousy out now so Max doesn't see it, all right?
Oh, God. Megan! Are you complaining about how I've taken over as the star around here?
No, I was just complaining about how I have no more competition anymore.
I think that's my cue to leave before you two get started. Goodbye.
Fun and games, it passes the time.
Bye.
Bye.
Wasn't your sister supposed to get married today?
Change of plans.
Oh, God.
I hope that means that Beau Buchanan is back on the open market.
No, it doesn't mean that at all. He's still very much engaged to my sister. They just had to postpone their wedding plans for circumstances outside of their control. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to find Tanya and get this dress in order. I've got to put it back on and get on my way.
Why are you touching my new dress?
Hey, let it go. What do you mean, your new dress? Excuse me, but this is my dress. Tanya just gave it to me. We were just fussing with it.
Oh, damn. She promised that dress to me. How could she go back on her word like that? What did you do? Beg? Threaten? What?
Nothing. Tanya gave me this dress. She said, quote, unquote, it belonged to a beauty like me.
Yesterday, she said, quote, unquote, it belonged to a beauty like me.
Oh, well.
All right. We'll see who wears this dress.
Get your hands off this.
After I speak to Tanya.
Huh. Actresses.
Of course you're going to accept the offer. It's the only one you have other than folding towels for the Statesville laundry team.
Well, I have the rest of the day. I'm sure something will turn up.
And what if it doesn't? Gabrielle, put that down. Will you put an end to the suspense right now? I don't want to spend the rest of the afternoon worrying that all that blood, sweat, and tears we've all put in for the past month, you're going to end up behind bars.
And what about Megan? She's not very fond of me now. She'll probably hate me if I do that, and I'll be jealous of her. It'll be hell. You will be caught in the middle. I don't see how this is going to work.
Tanya dotes on Megan. She will take care of her. Megan will handle it. I will handle it. You will handle it. And Al will get to visit his mother.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Trust me. Okay, now, I want you to envision your worst nightmare of working at the studio with me and Megan. Yeah, close your eyes again. Now envision your worst nightmare of spending 10 years at Statesville. Exactly. Is that a deal?
Yes, come in. Oh, Julia, come on in.
Hi. Is it true that your brother canceled his wedding?
Yeah, I guess that ruins an item for your society column, doesn't it?
Oh, come on. Are the other rumors true? I mean, did you actually... No, you wouldn't. You couldn't.
Well, if the rumor is, did old Clint have an argument with old Roger, and did Roger's daughter, the future bride-to-be, run out of the church? Yeah, the rumor's true. But how did the rumor get out?
The miracle is that anything remains a secret in Landview. But how are you? Are you all right? How's your family?
Oh,
are you talking to your brother?
fine. I'm fine. Hunky-dory, you know. My wife and I are split up. She's staying in town. I'm going out to Arizona alone, without friends or family. No, it's quite a mess, actually.
God, I'm just stunned. I don't know what to say.
Well, frankly, if you want the truth, I feel like hell.
Oh, Clint. Well, obviously, I don't know the details, but everyone knows that you love your wife and that she loves you.
And Roger Gordon. You know, I don't know why I'm spilling my guts to you. I'm admitting things to you that I can't hardly admit to myself.
Because you know that I'm on your side, and I'm not going to repeat any of this to anyone. Now, tell me, Viki is claiming that she loves both of you, and she can't make up her mind?
Oh, not exactly. She says I'm the most important, and she doesn't want our family to be torn apart. But you see, I got a little bit of a problem with that. I just can't... Well, I don't have a lot of patience or understanding when it comes to that kind of thing. So, I keep making scenes and going through the ceiling to the point where a lot of people, including myself, are beginning to doubt my sanity.
I think you just sound like a man who's trying to protect his family.
No. No, I've gone too far this time. It's backfired on me. You see, Viki is of the manner born, and my hot-headed reactions to this kind of thing really infuriate her. Of course, if Roger Gordon hadn't decided to reclaim his long-lost love, none of this would have happened.
I know all about that. My daughters told me the story. They were forced apart when they were terribly young, isn't that right?
Yeah. And lo and behold, 25 years later, they find each other again, and bingo!
Well, I can understand your anger towards Roger. What I can't understand is you're not being angry with Viki. She's hardly an innocent bystander, is she?
Tanya!
Max, have you seen Megan? I actually got her down here to hold still for a fitting, but I was called to the floor. Now she's gone.
No, I just got here. I've been in the personnel office. I can't solve that problem. But, Tanya, I can solve your other problem. You were required for a new assistant? Well, here she is.
Well, let me get this straight.
No. Gabrielle Medina, your new assistant.
Max, I hire my own assistants.
Look, I know you do, but I'm exercising my authority as producer. Now, come on. She's designed her own fashion line. She knows how to sew a hem, fix a seam, iron. She's perfectly qualified.
And if I don't take her, she has to report to Statesville tomorrow, doesn't she? Please, gossip is my life. I stay on top of all the news. Fine, you have the job. I wouldn't want to alienate my favorite producer, now would I?
No, you wouldn't, and I wouldn't want to alienate my favorite costume designer. Mwah! Well, I know it. You two are going to work out perfectly.
You talk?
Yes, as a matter of fact. I was just listening. I appreciate the offer, and I am easy to get along with.
Oh, good. One of us needs to be. So, I'm drowning in all the little wears and tears of our costumes. Now, you see this pile and that rack? They all have notes as to what's wrong with them. We need them all by yesterday.
I'll get to work.
Sounds like my cue to leave. You two are going to work out just fine.
I'll walk you to the door, darling. Megan doesn't know about this, does she?
Not yet, but I'll let her know right away. There'll be no problem.
Oh, you're a very foolish man, Max. Smart when it comes to producing, but dumb when it comes to love. Well, all done? Just teasing.
I really am grateful to you for this, Tanya.
I have a few things to tell you, Gabrielle. One, Megan is my favorite actress, so of course I don't want her rattled by your presence. And two, I want you to pay particular attention to her costuming needs. You are here to serve her. She is the star of the show. Remember that.
Miss Wilson, I know I was supposed to meet you downstairs in your office, but your assistant said you were up here, and Bo hasn't arrived anyway. Look, to tell you the truth, I don't really understand why we're going through all this just to cancel a room.
I thought you should see what you're canceling.
It's beautiful. We're not canceling it because we don't like the honeymoon suite. We've decided to postpone our wedding.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Nonetheless, while you're here, you might have some champagne.
Now, why would I want to have some champagne?
You won't believe this accessory. The suite comes with a groom.
Hello, honey.
Hello, honey. I thought this poor lady was losing her mind. I should have known that you were behind it.
Well, have fun, you two. And if you need anything, just pick up the phone.
Thank you. Be sitting in the dining room, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Let me guess. They wouldn't take your money back, so we have to stay in this room whether we like it or not.
And I already had this tailor-made tuxedo, so I thought, well, what the hell?
Very nice. It's just the thing is, I don't have anything to wear.
Well, not exactly right. You do have something to wear, sort of.
Let me see if I have this straight. I slip into this little negligee, and then I crawl into bed, and then you crawl in after me with your tuxedo on.
Well, you don't have it exactly straight yet.
Wait a minute. Viki doesn't really want this separation. In fact, she's convinced that if I stay here in town, we can work things out.
Oh, and you're not?
No, I'm afraid if I stay here in town, I'm going to become a headline in my own newspaper. You know, editor shoots rival.
Look, Clint, I'm not trying to pry.
Oh, you're not prying. You're not prying. Hell, all you did was walk in the door, and I just dumped all my problems on you. I apologize. I'm sorry.
For God's sake, don't apologize to me. You have been absolutely wonderful to me. You talk to me about anything you ever want to talk to me about.
You know, you don't really know me that well. This is really not typical behavior for me.
The jealousy, you mean?
The jealousy, the rage, my wife acting like a 16-year-old schoolgirl. You know, that's brand new. And I am not used to feeling threatened.
I know, you're a very strong, confident man.
Then why do I feel so different now?
Because you know yourself. You know your limitations. Listen to me. If you have to go out west to find out whatever the answer is to this, then you have to go. Viki will come to her senses in a short time. She'll either go out there and be with you, or perhaps you'll return here. What's so funny?
You, your cockeyed optimism, and your inevitable happy ending.
Well, you deserve a happy ending. And Viki is far too bright and far too devoted to you to let this go on for very long. She'll get Roger Gordon out of her system. She knows he's not half the man you are.
I wonder if you could be bottled and shipped to Arizona.
No.
No, I mean, you've almost got me thinking that there's still a little hope.
Of course there's hope. There always is.
Yeah. I just hope I'm doing the right thing. I just hope I'm doing the right... I think I am. I think that if I get out there and start rebuilding Buchanan City, you know, that it'll be constructive, not just for the city, but I mean, you know, for myself.
Then you've got to do it. Look, I can just feel the excitement coming from you when I see how you think of that idea of rebuilding a 19th century town. It's going to re-energize you. You mark my words. Within about 1 week, you're going to feel so differently about yourself that you won't even act or think the same way.
That settles it. I'm going to bottle you.
Tanya! Oh, you startled me.
Sorry, have you seen Tanya?
No, she's, well, yes, I have. She went to go and get something.
Tell her Spring Sky's looking for her.
Okay, sure.
You! Gabrielle Medina! I played your life! I mean, I was you, stealing the baby from one bassinet and putting it in the other bassinet.
Yes, that's something I'd rather like to forget, actually.
Well, what are you doing here? I mean, slaving away like this. You're a big celebrity now.
Oh, yes, I am, aren't I? The infamous Gabrielle Medina, who nobody will hire except her old friend Max.
Oh, I understand now. Well, listen, anything we can do to keep you out of that nasty old prison, that's great. Good luck.
Thanks. Is there something else I can do?
Are you and Max having an affair?
No. Why would you want to ask me that?
Well, first of all, I'm hoping that it's true. And secondly, I just cannot believe that Max would bring you here to Megan's lair unless he's secretly in love with you. I mean, honey, this takes nerve.
Spring, actually, I'd better get back to work, because if Tanya comes back and finds me on the same dress, I'll lose this job.
Okay, I'll make you a deal. I'll let you get back to your sewing if you promise to call me as soon as Megan finds out you're here.
Well, I'm certain that she already knows, and it's fine.
No, she's not aware of it. Because if she were, well, she doesn't know yet, but she'll know soon. See you, sweetie. anything about the Medina trial?
Yes. You're the friend who kept the baby switch a secret.
Oh, dear Tina.
Well, it's a little more complicated than you heard, you see, and well, the judge came down really hard on me, and I had to plea bargain, and I was sent to a halfway house.
Why are you looking for work, and why here?
Well, that's my sentence. I have to live in this halfway house for 6 months, and I have to find a job. And if I don't find one by the end of today, then I go to Statesville.
Today?
You're cutting it pretty close, aren't you?
Well, it's not that I didn't try. I tried really hard, but nobody would give me a break. And, well, Miriam said she would, but now she can't. And, look, I was even trying to explain to her why I want to work here. It's because, well, I feel that, you know, I could kind of make up for what I did wrong by trying to help these homeless children.
Well, you seem very sincere to me, Tina.
I am.
However, Ambrose, if we hired Tina and the media got wind of it, we might find ourselves in a compromising situation.
Well, that's true, sweetheart. But on the other hand, if we turn away this repentant and desperate young woman, what kind of Christians will that make us? As workers for the Lord, Tina, we give people second chances. I see no reason why we can't do the same for you now.
Oh, I would be so grateful.
Well, give your gratitude to the Lord, Tina. He makes everything possible. Now, when can you start?
Well, today. I just need to go home and tell my lawyer and my family that I'm not going to go to Statesville.
Well, good. Serena and I will figure out your duties and salary.
Oh, don't worry about that. I mean the money part. I mean, anything is fine.
Well, that's nice to hear, since anything that we don't pay to staff is simply more to spend on the children.
Great. Listen, the two of you are really super, so thanks. And I'll see you in a couple hours.
Fine.
Don't think you fool me, Ambrose. You only hired that young woman because you like her looks.
Oh,
you find her sexy. You couldn't care less about her neediness or repentance.
Serena, always and forever boringly jealous. Yes, she's nice to look at. But that's not the main reason. Loyalty. See, Tina Roberts is in no position to shoot her mouth off. She'll follow orders. I think she'll work out just fine.
Well, except for this photo of your wife, it looks like you're all packed up.
Oh. Well, I better get to the airport.
Anyone giving you a lift?
Well, my father was going to, but I called him and told him not to mess with it. I didn't really feel like going through another emotional scene with him. I'll just call a cab.
Oh, no, let me take you. I'm a much better listener than a cab driver. And I don't have a meter in my car.
Now, that's the best offer I've had in ages. Come in.
Hi, Dad.
Kevin, Joey. Hey, Kim.
Kevin insisted that I pick them up at school during lunch break to come say goodbye to you again.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. Oh, this is an employee and friend, Julia Medina. These are my boys, Kevin, Joey, and our wonderful governess, Kim.
Hello. So nice to meet you all.
Dad, do you really have to go?
Well, it's like I told you, son. I want to rebuild Buchanan City. It's kind of important to me, and I can't really do it from here now, can I?
I asked Mom when we would see you again. She said she didn't know. How come she didn't know?
Well, we're just going to have to play that by ear. But I'll tell you what, one way or the other, I'm going to see you real soon.
They were wondering also if all of us moving out there is still being considered.
Well, it's a definite possibility. I mean, I'd love nothing better than for all of us to be together.
Well, does Mom want us to be together, too?
Of course she does. She's just not sure whether she wants us all to be together out in Buchanan City. She's got to think about it. Now, look, you know, I'm really glad you fellas came by, but I got a plane to catch. I got to get to the airport.
Okay, don't worry. We'll take care of Mom, all right?
All right, sorry.
I wish I had two boys like you to look after me. I bet you do a jolly good job.
Okay, give Daddy a kiss and we'll better get out of his way.
Listen, cowboy. I want you to take care of Grandpa Ace and help him with that new coat.
Okay.
You hear me? Kev, you know, a letter now and then, letting me know how things are on the home front would be very much appreciated.
Sure, Dad.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'm glad you fellas came by. All right?
Bye, Mr. Buchanan.
Bye. Bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Kim.
They're a wonderful family. It's a pity you have to leave them behind. Well, I think we'd better get going if you're going to catch that plane.
Finish that fitting. Listen, I can't get out of this dress. The zipper is stuck. I've been trying to find Max all day. He's been trying to find me. We haven't seemed to be able to connect. I'm kind of in a hurry. I can't do the zipper. Can you help me? Please? Thank you. Ow, ow.
Oh, I'm sorry, Megan.